Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll show you how to prepare a 10% DMSO in FBS cryoprotectant solution, used for freezing and storing mammalian cells like U2OS, HeLa, or HEK293. Let's get started. When cells are frozen, ice crystals can form and damage their membranes. A cryoprotectant protects the cells by stabilizing membranes and reducing ice crystal formation. The most common mixture used is 90% FBS and 10% DMSO. Materials required: sterile DMSO, cell culture grade, 1 ml fetal bovine serum, FBS, 9 ml sterile, 15 ml conical tube, pipettes and tips, biosafety cabinet, cryo vials for later freezing, 70% ethanol for disinfection.
Let's start preparing the 10% DMSO in FBS cryoprotectant. Step 1. Disinfect and prepare workspace. Clean the biosafety cabinet with 70% ethanol. Make sure both FBS and DMSO are sterile and pre-cooled on ice.
Label 15 ml conical tube by writing .DMSO plus FBS 19. Step 2. Add 1 ml DMSO first. Using a sterile pipette, transfer 1 ml of DMSO into a sterile 15 ml conical tube. Keep the tube on ice. It's important to start with DMSO first so we can slowly dilute it with FBS. This helps avoid protein damage. Step 3. Slowly add 9 ml FBS. Gently add 9 ml of cold sterile FBS to the DMSO. Add slowly while gently swirling or mixing with a pipette. Avoid foaming or bubbles. As you add FBS, the DMSO concentration drops gradually. Keeping everything cold minimizes DMSO toxicity. Gently invert the tube several times or pipette up and down. Label the tube. Cryoprotectant, 10% DMSO in FBS. Date, store on ice until use. Now let's talk about how to use this cryoprotectant for freezing cells. I already made a video on cryopreservation. Check the video to understand fully the process. Steps. Once your cells reach about 80-90% confluency, start by harvesting them for freezing. First, aspirate the old medium from the culture plate or flask. If the cells are adherent, gently wash once with sterile PBS to remove any remaining serum. Then add trypsin or your preferred detachment enzyme and incubate briefly until the cells detach. Once detached, add fresh culture medium to neutralize the trypsin and collect the cell suspension into a sterile tube. Centrifuge the tube at around 200 xg for 3 to 5 minutes to form a firm cell pellet at the bottom. Removes the old medium. Now, gently resuspend the cell pellet in your freshly prepared cryoprotectant. That's our 10% DMSO in FBS solution. Use a pipette to mix gently until the cells are evenly suspended. Make sure the suspension is homogeneous and there are no visible clumps. Aliquot into labeled cryovials. Next, label your cryovials with important details: the cell line name, passage number, date, and your initials. Then, using a sterile pipette, transfer 1 ml of the cell suspension into each cryovial. Tighten the cap securely and double-check the labels. Freeze gradually at 1 C per minute down to 80 degrees using a freezing container. After overnight freezing, transfer to liquid nitrogen for long-term storage. Thank you for watching.